basketball in snowy Milwaukee. A special late afternoon start time, and we've got a good one for you. We're tipping off a busy February with two clubs looking for a W. Butler and Marquette with Dickie Simpkins. I am Eric Collins. First of two meetings between these schools on the year. And Dickie, you want to talk about point guards.
For either one of these teams to get a win, it'll be dictated by their point guards. Aaron Thompson, a facilitator, a floor general, a steady point guard. And then you have DJ Carton, who is more of a point guard, Colin. He can put the ball in the basket. And in order for these guys to help their teams win, they will have to control the tempo.
Starting line is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. We start with the visitors from Indianapolis. Aaron Thompson, we talked about him. Jair Bolden can stroke it from distance. Bo Hodges, just his second game on the year. Bryce Enzi returns to his native Milwaukee, and Bryce Golden. For the homestanding Golden Eagles, McEwen's played a bunch of basketball. Same with Jamal Cain and Theo John. Just getting started, Dawson Garcia, who leads all Big East freshmen in scoring. There's your three whistleblowers. And let's play some ball. Groundhog Day basketball from Milwaukee, and the homestanding Golden Eagles start on offense.
Normally you see the Golden Eagles, they always try to establish the ball in the paint right off of the first possession.
Interesting start time. 4 o'clock local in Milwaukee. See if that's a factor as both teams try and get out of the gate quickly. First basket of the game. McEwen, a jumper.
Kobe McEwen has that in his game. Get into his mid-range. Nice quality shot. Under control. Knockdown, pull-up J.
Butler coming off a couple of losses. Into the paint, wraparound pass. Thompson's pass goes out of bounds. It's a turnover.
This is a Butler team that doesn't turn the ball over much. They average 11 turnovers a game. And Thompson is usually taking care of the ball.
7th season under the watchful eye of Steve Wojciechowski. His Marquette Golden Eagles in a funk. They have lost 3 consecutive games. Last loss on Sunday against St. John's was a heartbreaker. Carton resets. Jamal Cain with the misfire. One-handed rebound. Bo Hodges. Hodges has got a bunch of energy. Senior transfer from East Tennessee State, sat out the entire season, didn't play his first game until Saturday against Xavier.
Contributed 11 points on Saturday. He can score the ball, strong body, can attack the basket, but also knock down shots.
Shot clock down to 7, and Jair Bolden, the misfire. Carton wants to run, sees just a wall of Butler defenders, and now sets up shot. Garcia back out to McEwen. Hit it 2 a moment ago. This time it's Garcia.
Excellent defense by Butler, forcing the shot to be from the perimeter and keeping them out the paint.
And a tussle in the paint. Foul's going to go against Dawson Garcia. There's Laval Jordan, now in his 4th year at Butler. Actually came to Butler from Milwaukee. He was the coach at Milwaukee Panthers. Had an opportunity to go back to Butler and took it.
One of the few coaches in college basketball coaching their alma mater.
I love it when you go that extra mile, Dickie Simpkins. Means more for him.
Well, you know, he was trying to get a beard like me. He was trying to get the quarantine beard like me. I see he shaved it off.
Hodges misses inside. Butler's still scoreless 2 minutes into this ball game. And a bad pass picked off. That's Enzi coming the other way. And Hodges throws it cross court. And oh my goodness, Bolden was out of bounds when he caught the ball.
And that's one of the things that you can't let happen in the game, especially when you're a veteran player like Bolden. Know the landscape. Know your area, and that only happens to guys that wear size 13 or bigger that they touch the sideline. Eric, you gotta have a 13. I see, I would have hit the sideline every time.
You certainly can't do it right in front of the opposing team's bench.
No, definitely can't do that.
Cain has his pass deflected, picked up by Garcia. Garcia takes his time, gets his man in the air, scoring, and a a lot to like with Dawson Garcia.
One of the top freshmen in the country has established himself in the Big East. Skill package to shoot from the perimeter and post up. And then you get to see the footwork, the pump fake, the concentration, and the finish.
Garcia from just outside of Minneapolis. Old-fashioned three-point play. Leading all Big East freshmen in not only points, but rebounds as well. All right, let's see if Butler can get going. Hodges, the dump down. Enzi trying to get some payback. There it goes.
Enzi very crafty in the paint when he posts up. A savvy veteran college player, up and unders. Not the most athletic, but knows how to use his body in space.
Enzi from the Milwaukee area, from Heartland. Spent a couple of seasons playing collegiately for the Milwaukee Panthers. Garcia again, this time tries Golden, passes it back out. Shot clock down to 3. Kane, runner won't fall.
Bulldogs, excellent team defense. They're making their shots difficult. They're playing solid. What you would expect from a Bulldogs team.
Golden. Great defense by John.
Absolutely. Theo John anchors this Marquette defense in the paint.
Golden surprised by that pass. Shot clock down to 5. Whole bunch of nothing for Butler.
Both teams doing a great job defensively in their team defense. Staying solid, staying down, using the physicality that they have in their bigs.
Just getting started. Both teams still looking to find their shooting shoes. Low scoring. 5-2 Marquette on top of Butler. Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep, there's only one. We're live, Fiserv Forum, downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Marquette Golden Eagles have a 5-2 lead over Butler. Dickie, what about your formula for success?
Well, in addition to the point guards of both teams establishing them to come up with the win, Butler needs to establish a tempo, and they need paint touches to their bigs. And Marquette, play with some type of sense of urgency and establish your 2 scoring threats, Carton and Garcia.
The 2 lefties. Okay, we'll keep a watchful eye.
You know what team puts 5 lefties on the court at one time?
No, I've never seen that before.
Never seen that in college basketball, have you?
Never.
There's a college team out there that can put 5 lefties on the court at one time, and they have done it.
And you're going to tell me who, right?
The Tennessee Volunteers. Coach Barnes has 5 lefties.
I love it. Southpaw heaven. Ball's turned over. Marquette gives it over to the Butler Bulldogs. Butler's made a change. Miles Wilmoth into the game. Freshman wears number 5. Wilmoth in the game replacing Bryce Golden.
Sorry, Eric, I like the ball movement. I like the body movement. And that's what leads to that opportunity, but you come up empty.
Enzi with the misfire. And chasing after the rebound, we've got a foul called on Butler.
And when you're Butler and you already struggle to score, you have to capitalize on easy point-blank opportunities like that. Good hustle by Garcia. Empty possession by the Bulldogs.
Wilmoth trying to get the ball back. Called for the personal foul. These 2 teams will meet in Indianapolis February 17th. So 2 meetings in the span of 15 days. Carton hadn't taken a shot yet. There's his first, and it's up and down.
DJ Carton has the ability to score. This is the transfer from Ohio State, averaged 10 points as a freshman. We're talking about honorable mention preseason Big East. Dynamic guard with strength, athletic ability, and the ability to score when he gets to the basket.
Little push up there, Aaron Thompson, and they're going to call the defense for the foul. Aaron Thompson's a senior. He's been around, played a lot of basketball games, got away with one right there.
College veteran. He knows how to play. Doesn't do anything spectacular, nothing sexy about his game, but knows how to play, knows how to pick angles, uses his size, his skill to get in there, and his strength to draw the foul.
Thompson just 51% at the free throw line. He'll have another.
Another lefty here.
Speaking of lefty, I heard a great compliment for Aaron Thompson. Someone is describing his game closely associated with the Bulldog program. Said he's a left-handed Ronald Norred. Norred is a point guard who won a ton of games when he played with Shelvin Mack and Gordon Hayward, and he's one of the youngest assistants in the NBA, and highly thought of assistant at a young age, just Ronald Norred.
I have a better comp for Aaron Thompson. It's not a Bulldog alum, but this comp is Aaron Thompson to a T, and I had to joke with this guy. I said, this is your son. Derek Phelps that played for North Carolina. Lefty. They both have the same game. Both have the same body mechanics. They both manage a game and move the same way. Pull up. Ladies and gentlemen, Google Derek Phelps of that North Carolina championship team when Chris Webber called the timeout and they didn't have any more.
I want to say he was a high school teammate with Khalid Reeves back in the day. All right, what's this all about here? And a push-off is called. Well, they call it on Thompson, so turnabout is fair play. We thought that it should have been a foul on Thompson the other time down the floor. This time it is working against Carton. Offensive foul called on Theo John.
Marquette foul, number 4, Theo John.
So we're getting a little bit of ticky-tack fouls here early from the guards, and then the bigs, who you expect to be physical and brute boxers, they're cleaning that up early, and we're going to go to the monitor to see if it was anything over the top with the physicality.
Now we got an official review. Bryce Inzi holding his jaw. So that's a clear signal that maybe Theo John got him in the head and neck area.
Well, it's all alleged. It's all alleged until proven by a court of appeals. We don't know that for a fact.
Hey, this is the Big East. This is a conference that was founded on physicality.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Big East has always been a physical conference out there. And with the day and age of basketball, we have to definitely make sure that there was some physical stuff going on here.
All right, Dickie, you played at Power Forward U back in the day. You're Providence Friar. When you played in the Big East, who was the most physical person that you had to deal with during your time?
Brian Shorter was pretty physical.
Oh,
the
Pittsburgh.
Ox, the Ox. Dikembe Mutombo, as we see right here in the post. Theo John is trying to establish post position. Nothing malicious. Usual and expected arm movement by a big when they're trying to post up. He extended it, which is illegal, and just smacked Inzi in the mouth.
Hodges a quick spin. That's what he's all about. This kid's explosive. First basket of the game.
Well, when you're a college coach, you have to survey that transfer portal. It's the free agency of college basketball, and when you do, you can find a guy like Hodges, a veteran college player who can make moves and score baskets.
Greg Elliott now into the game for Marquette. Elliott wears number 5, junior from Detroit. Theo John with a chin-up.
Very good pass and delivery to the post. Theo John, great paint post position seal, easy dunk.
Still just 4 points for Butler. Closing in on the 13-minute mark of our first half.
Oh, I like this. I like this, Eric. This is a heavyweight fight. Inzi and Theo John, they're utilizing those post-ups.
Bolden's been quiet, takes a deep three, and nailed it from Wauwatosa. All right, maybe that'll get him going. Jair Bolden, a triple.
Once again, another transfer, a grad transfer. The ability to stretch the floor and knock down jumpers as soon as he walks in the gym. Give him space, he's going to knock it down.
Last touch by Carton, and Butler's got it back.
I got to tell you something about Jair Bolden. Jair Bolden's dad has a restaurant or had a restaurant and bar in Brooklyn with the best barbecue brisket, macaroni and cheese.
Really?
Unbelievable food. My college teammate, Rob Phelps, who played with me at Providence, told me about him, took me to the restaurant, and I would go there every time I was in Brooklyn. Unbelievable food.
Oh, my goodness. That is going the extra mile with your game prep. Bryce Golden back into the game for Butler.
It was right next to the arena, too.
Thompson, shot clock down to 2. With his opposite hand, the misfire. And Marquette's got it back. Samir Torrance into the game. Torrance running the point with DJ Carton sitting on the bench.
And what you want to do is you want to get Garcia in the pick and roll so he can pop or post. You want to use your most skilled big.
That's a veteran play. Kobe McEwen, redshirt senior guard.
You see right there, when you use your most skilled big like Garcia to go screen for your top scorer, or one of your top scorers, it makes the defense have to really think on how they want to play it, and it gave McEwen the ability to get to the paint with the float.
Hodges on the wing. Working against Dexter Akano, who's just checked into the game. Loose ball picked up by McEwen. Extra pass, Kane. Oh, wonderful basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you want to see when you're watching basketball. The young kids of the day learn the passing, the precision, and what you call the one more pass led to an open look for Jamal Kane.
Bodies flying, no whistle. Thompson earns the benefit of the doubt. So Aaron Thompson will go to the free throw line.
Carton getting to the paint, footwork, all wide open, the lefty floater, love it. And now you see the veteran college player off the glass, showing his strength, the spin move, the finish. Marquette up by 7.
Dickey, put on your lab coat for us.
Eric, let Professor Dickey take you back to the lab. You'll see the pass in here. You have one pass right here, 2 passes to get it to the third player, what you call a one more, and that's the passing precision you want that leaves Jamal Kane wide open to be locked, loaded, and ready.
Just the second three-pointer hit by Marquette, but it gives them a nice commanding lead of 14-7 and forces the Butler Bulldogs to call a timeout.
Yeah, you know, Marquette and Butler are teams that know how to pass the ball. They share the ball. They're what I call willing passers, and it makes the game easy. It helps guys, especially when you struggle to score, it helps guys get open looks and be right in rhythm.
Aaron Thompson at the free throw line, hits the first, he'll have another. Thompson averaging 12, hits 1 out of 2. Theo John, Samir Torrance, Kobe McEwen, Jamal Kane, and Dexter Akano all playing together for Marquette. From the elbow, this is McEwen, and he spins it through.
I like Marquette coming out of the timeout. McEwen is hot right now. Coach Wojo going to his hot player. We're not wasting time. We're getting it to the guy who's making baskets. And you see McEwen with his inner Marcus Howard getting his shots up. The life after Marcus Howard.
Long shot. Bolden, the misfire. 1 and done, rebounded by Torrance, who wants to run. Marquette playing without Carton, playing without Garcia. And we've got a foul called on Butler.
Butler foul, 33
And right now, if you're Marquette, you know McEwen is hot. You want to figure out how to get him the ball again. And you either bring him off a screen like you did, or you can drop it down to Theo John, let him operate, and Theo John look for a pass out of the post to McEwen on an open look.
Marquette has made 7 of their first 11 shots. 63% as a team. McEwen's pass got knocked right back up to him. Wow, look at that find! McEwen to John.
Did you see McEwen's poise and patience? He knew the double team was coming. He drew him, extended it, didn't get nervous, didn't panic, pivot, and saw a wide open Theo John for the dunk.
Butler's down 10 early. This is Miles Tate. And the freshman misses his first shot of the ball game. Kane hit one a moment ago. This time puts it on the deck. now along the baseline, called for an offensive foul as Golden falls hard.
Stepping in, giving his body up, taking the charge, hit his head on the floor. That possession by the Bulldogs, solid team defense. Everybody locked in their space, stepping in, sending it baseline. Golden cutting it off. Hopefully he's okay. You see him step there. Nice charge. Oh, he hits his head on Miles Tate's knee. That's a tough one right there. And hopefully he's okay. He's tough.
Man.
Yeah, he's tough.
In the game replacing Golden is John Michael Malloy. And a turnover as midcourt. Torrance has it. And ripped away at his pocket, picked by Tate.
And Miles Tate used to be in the starting lineup, coming off the bench to provide energy and scoring. A freshman with accelerated development, getting playing time. But you have to live with the mistakes he makes because he brings the energy and the scoring on the other end.
Tate picks up the dribble. They reset. Inzi over to Chuck Harris. Freshman Harris misses his first attempt. DJ Carton a rebound. Torrance struggled with the shooting stroke so far this year. Just 4 of 29 shooting threes.
Yeah, Torrance not really known for a three-point shooter. And last game, the loss that Marquette had against St. John's, as you see, Theo John cleaning the glass. The last game Marquette played and lost, all 73 points scored by their starting 5. So we have to find a way to get Symir to score, Greg Elliott to score. They're going to need some points off the bench.
Catch and shoot McEwen just grazes the front of the iron. Shot clock resets to 20. In traffic, pass knocked away, cleared by Tate. And a foul at midcourt committed by McEwen. Frustrated with himself.
And you see McEwen coming off the handoff from the big, just getting right into the sweet spot, lifting, elevation, knockdown, mid-range.
Marquette, the Golden Eagles, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. They've got a 10-point lead on the Butler Bulldogs. So far, so good. Kobe McEwen, a bit of everything. Dickie Simpkins.
The veteran guard showing you the versatility in his game with the floater. He's always been a scorer. He can knock down baskets, but he's also developed the ability to find his teammates and share the ball. The vision, the pass, and the monster dunk by Theo John. McEwen showing you how you do it from Toronto, Canada.
By way of Utah State. Started his college experience, played a couple of seasons for the Utah State Aggies before coming to Marquette. And now, because of this unprecedented year, actually does have eligibility, just like everyone else does next year. This is a kind of a non-counting year in terms of moving up a class. He will still be a redshirt senior next year if he chooses to come back. It's going to be a lot of interesting decisions about who comes, who leaves, and who stays.
Well, that was the one thing the NCAA, I have to say, did right, giving the players of this year the opportunity to have another year. I think that was one of the best decisions, and I know the NCAA, as you see, Hodges knocked down the nice turnaround jumper, but I know the NCAA gets hit hard a lot of times with some of the decisions they make, but to give these players the option for another year, that was great on their part.
Catch and shoot DJ Carton, and he got dropped. He got fouled by Aaron Thompson, and Carton will have 3 free throws. It's amazing. We always talk about veteran leadership and guys who have been around and are experienced. This is a mistake right there for the senior point guard Thompson.
Yeah, and you know what? It's hard to contest a jump shot in today's basketball. It's like your coaches thrive on and keep statistics on contested shots. But if you contest a shot, it's a high chance that you might foul if a player kicks his leg out, if a player flops. And I think in today's basketball, coaches really have to get a system in practice and teach how you contest shots. You might want to contest to the side. You got to know who you have to know who you're guarding, Eric, if he's a guy who does the kicking.
Speaking of Big East and speaking of Providence, you just reminded me of something. When I was a kid, we used to have a drill called the Providence drill. Did you guys run that at Providence? You'd have a shooter at the three-point line and someone underneath the basket. you underneath the basket, you pass it to the shooter, and the entire time you'd run and try and challenge the shot. And then you'd switch roles. That was called the Providence drill, trying to close out on a jump shooter.
That sounds like something Rick Pitino was doing before I got there.
That probably what it was. That's a good call.
But yes, that drill is familiar with every coach, that you roll the ball out and you go out and contest the play defense. Jair Bolden has to get on in this game. Butler needs to figure out a way to get him open looks again. He knocked down his first one, but he's been off for the last two. And you really need his scoring, especially when you're a team like Butler, who's only averaging 62 points a game.
Osa Ighodaro comes into the game. He's got the ball for Marquette. Now he gives it up. Ighodaro's only played in 4 games this year. Torrance, too strong. I think maybe some playing time for Ighodaro with Justin Lewis, the precocious freshman, not in the mix. He's got an ankle injury.
Yes, and Ighodaro is one of the freshmen that came in with Garcia and Justin Lewis, the excellent freshman class that Marquette recruited. Just not physically ready to play a lot of minutes, but now he's getting his opportunity.
Chuck Harris rings the bell. It's a triple, first 3 points for the freshman. And much needed. Butler limping right now. Down 7, 6 minutes to play first half. Elliott. Once it hits the top of the backboard and hits the shot clock, it's out of play. So it's Butler basketball.
That was a good look by Greg Elliott. Again, Marquette, in order for them to continue to win, push forward in the rest of the season, they're going to need points from the bench. Right now, no points from the bench. Last game, no points. Greg Elliott can be a guy that can help you get points from the bench.
Christian David into the game for the first time. David playing just his 2nd game of the year for Butler. He wears number 25. Hodges, wild shot, got his own miss. Tapped around, cleared by Carton. Marquette the lead in the ball, up by 7. Look at DJ Carton.
Dynamic guard. I call them a points guard. It's the difference between a point guard and a points guard. A guy that has the ability and the knack to score. And DJ Carton definitely has that as you see him in the open court.
Harris tries to squeeze a pass to David, and David was out of bounds when he touched it. Christian David tore his ACL January of 2020 and spent 12 months trying to get back to form. This is just his 2nd game of the season.
ACL tear definitely takes time. You're talking about a 9-month to 12-month rehab. Normally when you have an ACL injury, guys are physically getting better. It's about the confidence and the mental part that takes the longer time.
McEwen doesn't use the screen. Now he does. Shot clock's down to 3. Kobe McEwen, everything but the layup. Bolden relocates.
That was a good look by Bolden. Nice pass by Hodges. Because Bolden's a shooter, all he had to do was lift the defense, and he got to a mid-range shot.
Carton, a Euro! The kid from Iowa's got a Euro step. Pretty nice.
Hey, you know, the Euro step is used too much nowadays. Guys use the Euro step when it's not even needed, but right there, DJ Carton, he used the Euro step when it was needed, and it looks so sweet. Sign up for the DJ Carton Euro Step Camp.
Carton's got 8. That is a game high. 8 points in 12 minutes, and it's an 11-point lead for Marquette. We'll take a timeout. How about the Marquette Golden Eagles? Thank you so much, Rob. Looking forward to it. We have 4:01 remaining here in our first half. Marquette flexing their muscle. They lead by 11. Over Butler. And Dickie, let's talk about some new, fresh faces in the conference.
Well, this fresh faces you see are dominated by transfers. Javon Freeman Liberty, the nephew of Marcus Liberty, the talented player from Illinois. is playing well. Nate Johnson, a shooter, can knock down shots. We're watching Dawson Garson in this game, a talented freshman. And Posh, he has a game that's so posh. The point guard with the quickness and the toughness with that St. John's team that just beat Marquette. And we're witnessing the Ohio State transfer, DJ Carton. Dynamic offensively.
Carton's got 8. Hasn't missed a shot. Looking at the box score for Marquette, all of their scoring has come from their starters. Good and bad. I like the fact your starters are moving if you need to get some production at some point off the bench. Score the goal and a foul. Bryce Enzi, chance for a three-point play.
Coach Laval drawing up a nice play to get the ball in the paint to Enzi. Utilize him offensively against the freshman. A veteran player against the freshman. Overpower him physically, skill-wise, and now a chance for a three-point play.
Oh, he missed it. Enzi now with 998 career collegiate points. Career that began with the Milwaukee Panthers. Now playing in the second season with Butler. Deep bomb. How about that? A little catch and shoot action. Three-pointer for Jamal Cain.
Jamal Cain has always been up and down throughout his career here in Marquette. This year as a senior has been the most consistent out of his career and an improved shooter every year. When he's calm, collective, and focused, he knocks him down.
Hodges likes to shoot the basketball. Doesn't stay in his hands very long. That's a 3 for Bo Hodges. First 3 of the year. Remember, played just his first game against Xavier over the weekend.
You know, I just talked about the NCAA giving everybody another year. They took too long to give Bo Hodges clearance and a waiver to play. Coach Laval Jordan could have used Bo Hodges a long time ago.
Shot clock's at 7. McEwen. Power dribble, gets inside, and a tie-up.
Yeah, right there, that looked like Big Brother just holding Little Brother back from running out in the street. Running out in the street in front of cars. Enzi using that strength with the one hand, holding McEwen down, and he's trying to fight him off. Good defense by Enzi, protecting the paint as a big.
Final 2.5 of our first half. Miles Tate running the point right now for Butler. Hands it off to Bolden.
If you're Butler, you have to go to Bo Hodges. He has it going. We'll find Jair Bolden for open look.
Oh, look at this. Slicing in the paint, and free throws will be rewarded to Hodges.
Yeah, you're Butler right now. Marquette made a substitution. They took the freshman out the game on Enzi, so now your next best option is Bo Hodges because he's so strong, so aggressive to the basket, and he has it going right now. You have to give him the ball and let him make a play.
Looks good coming off the bus. 6'5", 210. Last year, he was part of a very good basketball team playing at East Tennessee State. Bo Hodges was on a team that won 30 games. They were 30-4 playing out of the Southern Conference. Oh, it might have been. Didn't, of course, get a chance to chase their dreams in the NCAA tournament when it all went by the wayside. But it must have been a fun season for Bo Hodges and East Tennessee State.
Yeah, a lot of tough situations for college sports when the pandemic hit, especially basketball. When the shutdown came, it was during basketball season. A lot of these players, transfers, freshmen, seniors, looking to get that opportunity for the NCAA tournament, their own conference tournament, and things came to an end.
Foul is called on Bryce Enzi. That's the second foul on Enzi, and he'll leave, replaced by John Michael Malloy. 1-1. And Theo John misses the front end. And a foul on John trying to get it back.
Unnecessary foul by Theo John. He's shaking his head. Didn't need to do that. Basically, you shot the rebound instead of shot the make, and then you're chasing it back. You're trying to get it back. It's almost like, Eric, when you don't get enough sleep at night, and you're trying, and you say tomorrow, I'm gonna make up for it. You can't ever make up for sleep. Once you lose it, you can't get it back. And right there, Theo John knew he was gonna miss the free throw, trying to get it back, and gets an unnecessary foul.
So John has to leave with 3 fouls. And as we come the other way after missing a pair, Hodges swishes the first. Second game of the season for Bo Hodges. 11.6 rebounds versus Xavier. Off to a better pace tonight.
And again, I talked about this earlier. Butler team that averages only 62 points a game. You saw Enzi earlier in the game miss a wide open layup. But the other thing is, you have to make free throws. You have to make those free opportunity baskets.
Nice turnaround, Jamal Cain.
Don't do him like that, Jamal. Don't do him like that. He went in his bag right there, Eric. That was nice. Nice ball handling, nice spin move, nice touch.
Largest lead for Marquette has been 12 here in our first half. They've never trailed. David, left-handed pass into the corner. Miles Tate to misfire. Final minute and a half of our first half. Iguodaro out of control. Offensive foul. Good job by Miles Tate to hold his water.
Offensive foul on Marquette.
Very good job by the freshman Miles Tate. Team defense, recognition, vision, anticipation, getting over there on the help side. Iguodaro not being able to be in control when he caught it. Miles Tate giving up his body to get the offensive charge. Now here's where Butler needs to really sink in, lock in on this possession right here. When you're coming down the court and you're Miles Tate, you're relying on your freshmen to really recognize what's going on, get the play call, but see and be able to read and react to make the right play in this offensive possession.
Bolden trying to come off a couple of screens. Instead, it's Hodges. Wonderful save. But it's still going to be Marquette ball. That was a bad pass into the corner that Bolden had dived to try and save and just can't keep it in play.
Uncharacteristics of the Bulldogs, making turnovers like that, and that was from veteran players, especially when you're trying to bring it under 10 before you go into the half.
All of Marquette's 29 points have been scored by their starters. Wojo wants to call a timeout. Wants to have a good possession as they close out the half.
In the timeout right there, but let's see if I can get inside Coach Wojciechowski's mind and what he just drew up, because I'm always a big fan of paying attention to the detail of an ATO after timeouts, how teams execute, if they can carry over onto the court out of a timeout. You get the ball into DJ Carton, spread the floor, you get the ball screen, you let DJ Carton make a play.
Now it's got Carton, who sneaks inside and doesn't charge, instead goes around the defender and score the goal.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm in the timeouts, man. I'm in his head. I'm in his head, Eric. Good play. Nice drawn up, coming out of timeout. DJ Carton and the team executing to a T.
Carton still hasn't missed a shot. He's 4 for 4 shooting the basketball. Bolden. Tate. Wonderful layup by the freshman.
Nice acrobatic move by the freshman, getting in there. An aggressive move to the paint, getting on the glass.
All right, final possession of the first half for Marquette. They lead by 10. McEwen's going to have to hurry. And a foul is called on Bo Hodges. So we're going to have free throws with 1.2 remaining in the half. McEwen goes to the line.
Hodges a little frustrated about that call. It's unfortunate because you were getting ready to get a defensive stop. But once you have the physicality on a perimeter player, and if a perimeter player just flinches or moves, it causes for a high chance of the officials to call a foul.
McEwen 77% as a free thrower. One more coming.
But I have to give it to McEwen. He didn't settle for a three. He was aggressive and drew the contact.
So this ties the largest lead of the ball game for Marquette. And that will do it for our first half of play. DJ Carton, perfection. 16 minutes, 4 for 4 shooting. He's got 10 points next to his name. And the Marquette Golden Eagles, they lead by 12. Stick around. More to come. Stay tuned for the Jeep halftime report after the break. Rob Stone and Steve Lavin standing by. Getting ready to pick it up again. Start of our second half in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Marquette Golden Eagles with a 12-point stiff arm on their rivals from Indianapolis. The Butler Bulldogs, 33-21 is our score. Let's talk about Butler in their first half. Dickie Simpkins.
Coach Jordan happy to have Bo Hodges on the court with the spin back and the catch and shoot, the strong body, the ability to score at any place on the court. And then, hey, Mr. DJ, go DJ, the floater by DJ Carton. And then registration is filling up. Sign up quick for the Euro Step Camp. Eric Collins, the score, the points guard.
First half stats sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. You see the field goal percentage, just a vast difference between Marquette is doing and what Butler's had managed to do.
And that's the difference in the game right there. The field goal percentage. Butler struggling to finish shots. They're getting good looks, but they have to make shots. And then most importantly, they have to figure out a way to get this guy shots, opportunities, good looks. Jair Bolden, only 5 shots. He needs more attempts. He needs more FGAs. Get him open so you can now have a better chance to put points on the board.
Bolden averaging 12 points per ball game, second in the Big East, averaging 3 3-pointers made per game. But a whole bunch of nothing so far for the senior. He's got just 3 points. That starts with Marquette with the basketball.
Right here, Butler must get a stop. They have to start the second half off with a defensive stop, and there you go.
Rip away by Enzi. Bulldogs in a hurry. Thompson now will set up shot.
I always talk about the first 5 possessions of a quarter, the first 5 possessions of a game, and the first 5 possessions of a half can dictate the tone or change the momentum.
Good to see Bryce Golden back on the floor. Remember, he conked his head against the teammate's knee in the first half. Little half hook, up and in for Bryce Golden.
And when I talk about the first 5 possessions, I mean 5 stops and 5 offensive conversions. Right now, Butler, first stop, first offensive conversion, down to the paint. Nice jump hook.
McEwen, 8 points in the first half. Gives it to Garcia. Now Carton an opportunity. John trying to post up on the block. They can't find him. Shot clock down to 3. Senior McEwen, Hail Mary, and he got fouled. Just got clobbered, actually. Enzi couldn't stop himself. With 1 second on the shot clock, McEwen is whacked and will shoot 2 free throws.
And that's what you hate to see if you're Coach Jordan. You have your team locked in at the beginning of the second half. Excellent defensive possession all the way down to 1 second. Hodges giving body. You do have to give the shooter room to come down. You can't touch shooters these days. And unfortunately, you end the possession of good defense with a foul.
McEwen perfect at the line, 3 for 3. Both teams riding losing streaks. Butler, they've lost 2 in a row. Marquette, they've lost 3 in a row. Hodges into the paint. Once it touches John's hands, it's over. He's got the rebound. Vice grips for hands. McEwen. And we've got a foul called on Butler going for the rebound.
Butler not getting the breaks that they need right now. Started off the first possession the way they needed to. But now fouls, unnecessary fouls you don't need when you're trying to chip into a lead.
You see Marquette and Butler both on this dubious list, but one will be taken off the list when it's all said and done and have their losing streak ended.
Groundhog Day will be over. Won't have to wake up and see the same day again, same action.
Garcia, oh, the lefty freshman. That's a 3-ball.
The luxury Coach Wojo has when you have a big with perimeter skills and perimeter shooting as Garcia.
Just 6 points in the ball game for Garcia, averages 12. Enzi, 2 points away from 1,000 in his career. And a foul called on McEwen trying to stay in front of Bolden. Yeah, both Marquette and Butler, though, have to feel confident about their next game. Marquette's going to play Creighton on Saturday. They've already beaten Creighton this year. Butler's going to play DePaul on Saturday. They've already defeated DePaul on the campaign.
Yeah, you definitely have to feel confident about your performance against those teams, even though it doesn't matter. It's another game, but you have to feel good about it going into those games.
Golden misses a 3. I can't quite figure out Bryce Golden. Bryce Golden, a week ago at UConn, made 5 out of 7 from behind the arc. 5 out of 7. Since that time and before that time, he is 1 for 22 against everyone else. But at UConn, those rims look like the size of manhole covers.
Well, whenever somebody scores a lot of points against a team, you look at it as you wish you could play that team over and over and over and over again.
Bryce was golden against UConn.
He's performing all night tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Collins.
All right, 14-point lead for Marquette. 2.5 minutes into our second half. Garcia made a 3 a moment ago. John on the block.
I got you.
Deflected pass stolen by Hodges.
Good hustle by Golden. Fell on the floor, but got up, had a sense of urgency defensively, and got a deflection.
Enzi is fouled from behind. If he's in the act of shooting, he's going to go to the free throw line, Dickey, for an opportunity to get to 1,000 points.
Good pass by Golden, and then a nice interior pass by Hodges to Enzi, and Enzi using his strength for this opportunity to knock down 2. I knew he was going to have the broadcaster jinx as soon as my partner here.
Come on. All right, this is it. He's sitting on 999 career points. 2 different schools. We'll wait a little longer. Marquette's really struggled at the free throw line. 3 for 13. I'm sorry, Butler has really struggled at the free throw line. Score the goal and a foul. Dawson Garcia has awoken.
When you have a fantastic freshman that can, like I talked about his skill package, look at him put it on the floor and go between the legs, navigate his way through the lane, maneuver with his skill set, with his ball handling, and with his touch.
9 points, 6 of them coming here in the second half for Garcia.
And you're right, Garcia has really woken up right here. He's got that swag in him right now.
Golden fumbles the pass, gets it to Enzi. There it is. He is now officially over 1,000. But Theo John in pain on the ground.
Holding his ankle. So he needed help up. I like the fact that he's able to kind of hop it off. Contesting like Theo John does, kind of gets his...
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. That twist right there. Usually when you get that twist like that in a game, sometimes it shocks you and hurts more. And then once you get up and can walk it off, it can kind of get the circulation going again. He's doing the right thing by tying the shoe even tighter. But one thing you can't do is necessarily go and just sit down on it. You want, even if you come out the game, you want to still be able to get some movement, loosen it back up. But right here being a perimeter rim protector and just coming down on his left foot, twisting it. Hopefully he's okay.
So John has to leave the ball game. He's replaced by Dexter Arcano. Arcano getting some extended playing time in today's ball game.
And you see John over there on the sideline. He's kind of, like I said, walking it out, trying to get it loose, making sure the blood's flowing through there.
Pass in tight quarters results in a turnover. Oh, look at this. Tougher than woodpecker lips. He's going to come right back into the ball game.
Hey, I've watched Theo John, his career here, brute strength. One of the toughest guys that I've seen playing in the Big East in the last 4 years. They say he eats weights in the weight room.
He gargles razor blades. Inzi, quick move, blocked away. John took it from him.
Hashtag security, protect my house.
And a foul called on Carton at the three-point line.
The anchor of the defense, Theo John, rim protector. That is the classification of a rim protector right there. Anticipation and explosion in the paint. Coming and chasing down blocks. You gotta love it. That helps your field goal percentage defense.
Second all-time in career block shots is Theo John. Jair Bolden maybe coming alive.
And that's what the Bulldogs have been waiting for. And that wasn't even a clean look for him, but that shows his ability to be a knockdown shooter, just so focused and locked in and knocking down a contested three.
12-point ball game, same difference that we had at the half. And McEwen dragged his pivot foot. Turnover, Butler ball.
Well, that happened because that was good defense. You see Garcia knocking down the three. Look at him. He's letting you know right there. Big fella with the three. And then Golden, a hand in his face. Hashtag splash. Luka Garza, one of the top candidates for Player of the Year in college basketball. A relentless worker. A big who can play inside and outside, knock down some J's. Stayed in college, he put his name in the draft, stayed in college, and it's paying off for him.
Just saw Bryce Inzi, nice moment for him a moment ago, went over 1,000 career points as a college player.
Hey, when I scored my 1,000 points, they stopped the game and gave me a basketball.
Because no one could believe it.
Oh, we're on the road. Oh, no. Low blow, low blow. Oh, we're on the road. My bad. We're on the road. They're not at Hinkle Fieldhouse, so he can't get the ball. I would have demanded Marquette stop the game and give me a ball right now. Scoring 1,000 points in college basketball is not easy.
No. Oh, yeah. Particularly not in your day when you guys only played, like, what, 9 games a year? Ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hodges.
Oh, man.
With Dickie Simpkins, I'm Eric Collins. Glad to have you with us. Dickie Simpkins, for those of you who don't know, wonderful power forward Providence back in the day, and then winning championship after championship with the Chicago Bulls. 12-point game.
Yeah, I love the Big East. Was able to get a Big East championship. The physicality, like you asked me, as you see Theo John being aggressive, using his wide shoulders, and drawing that foul, getting the post up, bang, bang. This is the heavyweight fight that I talk about. Yeah, that's a foul right there. That's an assault. That's an assault right there.
So Theo John goes to the free throw line. All right, just for the older set, one last trip down memory lane.
Hey, you act like we didn't have a three-point line when I played, but go ahead.
Who's at power forward you? That's what people used to call Providence. Who do the players at Providence consider to be the best power forward in the history of Providence College?
Best power forward in the history of Providence College would probably go to Otis Thorpe.
Otis Thorpe, huge hands. Okay.
I would say, because Marvin Barnes was a mobile hybrid center, so I wouldn't consider him a power forward, but I would say best power forward, I would have to go to the OG, Otis Thorpe. OT.
Legendarily had the biggest hands in the NBA for about a 15-year window.
And 2 NBA championships with the Houston Rockets.
Golden gets behind the defense. Give him a pair.
Good execution right there by the Bulldogs. Working the ball around the perimeter. Hodges delivering that pass. Golden right there, sealed in the paint. Quick catch, quick up.
Butler just hanging around. They're not dead yet. They're down by 11. Defense has been much improved here in the second half. Garcia, he's been the best thing about Marquette in the second half.
Obviously, he was a McDonald's All-American, a top recruit in the country, and you see why. You've seen the skills, the shooting ability, the ability to handle the ball, go through the legs, driving to the basket, and then the touch that he has around the rim.
The combination of those lefties, Carton and Garcia for Marquette, they're 8 for 9 shooting the basketball and have a combined 21 points.
There's something about those lefties. I'm one.
Hodges with the misfire. You weren't a left-handed player, though, did you?
Well, I mean, I was amphibious. Is that it?
You were ambidextrous, okay.
Yeah, I was ambidextrous. I right with my left hand, I can shoot with my right, and left around the basket, shoot jumpers with the right.
Pass in tight quarters. Wow! A thing of beauty. Acano finds Garcia.
Garcia showing his passing ability and vision. Nice pass, nice cut, nice interior passing by the whole team, sharing the ball.
15-point lead now. Enzi drew contact and will go to the line.
And that's Enzi just being a veteran college player, being very smart. Like I told you, he's not an athletic and explosive guy around the basket, but knows how to use footwork, knows how to use pump fakes, and knows how to use skill. If you're playing against him, the scouting report is to stay down, stay high.
Free throws have been an adventure so far this evening. Just 1 for 5 is Enzi at the line. Kobe McEwen comes back into the game, replacing Garcia. Garcia sits with 13 points. McEwen comes in with 10.
You know, you talk about a lot. You hear about all these other freshmen in college basketball, the Cade Cunninghams, the Sharif Coopers at Auburn, Evan Mobley at USC. There's some nice and talented freshmen in the Big East. Your Garcias, your Posh Alexanders at St. John's. Your Justin Lewis is a solid freshman who's not playing tonight for Marquette. But here's a guy who helps this Marquette team rebounding. He hit the game-winning tap-in against Wisconsin when they beat him when Wisconsin was ranked. But there are some talented freshmen. Miles Tate on Butler has had some nice moments. Chuck Harris. You know, you hear about all these freshmen. I have to show
Justin Lewis right there.
Justin Lewis has been a very good freshman for this Marquette team. They're missing him right now. They're missing his energy, his intensity, his rebounding, and his finishing in the paint.
Well, they're really missing him with Garcia sitting on the bench. That was his 4th foul, Dickie. So Garcia's going to be out for a while, you'd imagine.
Yeah, this is where you could use a Justin Lewis.
What a finish by McEwen. Oh, the senior with a senior moment. Chance for a 3-point play.
And that's just McEwen becoming a better ball screen player. He's a scorer when he gets in that opportunity. A veteran who knows how to get to the paint, crossover, and finishing with drawing the physicality, absorbing the contact, concentration, intensity, and energy.
Foul called on Enzi. That's Enzi's 4th. And Enzi has to leave. It's been an eventful day for Bryce Enzi. Butler down 16. Hodges scoreless here in the second half. Golden lost it out of bounds.
Golden right there. I mean, it was a nice drop down, an opportunity for him to ISO and go one-on-one. That's what you want if you're Butler. Just unfortunate with the turnover.
DJ Carton has not shot the basketball here in the second half. He's 4 for 4 in the first half, but hasn't even looked at the basket here in the second half. Raising Kane, and the lead is 18.
OMG. Jamal Kane showing the athleticism, creeping the baseline, and going up, rising above the defender.
I think he may have hurt his wrist. He dunked it so hard. And someone lose a contact or a tooth.
Come on now.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Checking in for the Bulldogs.
Chuck Harris lost a tooth, and he lost it, I think, if I'm just trying to put two and two together, he lost it on the right wrist of Jamal Cain.
Yeah, I've never seen this before. I've seen guys get dunked on. I've seen aggressiveness. I've seen attacking the basket. Let's see how this happened. No, it's...
Okay, Theo John. His forearm got Harris in the face.
Inadvertent contact, nothing malicious. Jamal Cain might have stepped out of bounds right there. I said this was a heavyweight fight before this game started.
Yeah, it's the elbow, the forearm area for Theo John that got in the way of Harris. And is Harris going to stay in the game with blood in his mouth?
I hope Chuck Harris is okay. I like the fact that he's fighting through it right now.
Hey,
showing a level of toughness.
Tougher than a one-eared alley cat. I'm stunned. This is Harris, angry. Oh, my goodness. Don't go tugging on Superman's cape.
Chuck Harris, I like your toughness. I like your toughness, Chuck Harris.
Oh, my goodness. He got bopped in the mouth, drew blood, comes down the other way and splashes a three.
Chuck Harris, I don't want to call out players in college basketball, but most players would have been so dramatic, laying on the floor for 15 minutes. You fought through it, came down, and knocked down a three. I like it in you, Chuck Harris.
Chuck Harris's name is 2 letters away from Chuck Norris. He's as tough as Chuck Norris. DJ Carton still hasn't missed. He's 5 for 5, 12 points for the sophomore.
One of the biggest things about DJ Carton today that he is doing tremendously well, he's taking care of the ball. He averages close to 4 turnovers a game, 4 to 5 turnovers, and he only has 1.
Timeout on the unacquired court.
Creep the baseline and punish the rim. And then you see the kick out. Jamal Cain showing the athleticism, raising up, attacking the rim. And you know what I gotta say, Kirk, OMG.
.11:04 remaining in this one. Marquette leading Butler 52-35. And a big story in this ballgame, the toughness of Chuck Harris. This kid is a freshman who lost a tooth and didn't even come out of the ball game.
Man, I like it in you, Chuck Harris. Like I said, most guys out here would have laid on the floor for 20 minutes, been super dramatic. Chuck Harris showing you the level of toughness as a freshman. This is why Coach Jordan gives him solid minutes and he comes out here and plays hard. To have the toughness to get your tooth knocked out, smile it off, shake it off, and come down in the next possession and knock down a big-time three.
We'll be keeping an eye on Chuck Harris. His kid's got a future, man. He's fun to watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's trying, you see him trying to hold his mouth. He's trying not to talk too much.
Freshman averages 9.8 points per ball game. He is from Washington, D.C. and shoots a good basket. 40% from behind the arc on the year.
Eric, there's a reason why he's tough like that. He's from the DMV, man. DMV basketball, man. These guys from the DMV representing.
From the elbow, shot is missed by Bo Hodges. Hodges is scoreless here in the second half. Bolden knew exactly where that miss was going to go and is able to save it.
Good hustle, good track down by Bolden.
Here's Harris. And Harris is fouled by the man who knocked out his tooth.
Not scared to go in there with the physicality, even though he got his tooth knocked out, going and attacking the basket, attacking the big, and drawing the contact.
That's the 4th foul on Theo John. So John, 4th foul on Theo John. So he joins Dawson Garcia with 4 fouls and 1 away from elimination.
Chuck Harris played at Gonzaga College High School in Washington, D.C.
Mark Tillman, the old Georgetown Hoya, moved to Georgetown.
Robert Churchwell, old Georgetown Hoya, went to Gonzaga.
All right. So it's been a feeder school for the Big East for many years.
When I was growing up in the DMV playing basketball, Gonzaga was definitely one of the solid private schools in the DMV in the Washington, D.C. area and produced some players. Mark Tillman definitely had a great career at Georgetown.
Tillman's in the same backcourt with Dwayne Bryant. Back in the mid-'80s, Georgetown. 10:20 remaining in our second half. It's been all Marquette. They've never trailed. They've led by as many as 17. Oh, score it! The freshman, Iguodaro. Chance for a three-point play.
35.
Nice job by McEwen to draw the defenders and see Iguodaro open. Nice drop-off pass. The freshman is talented. He's getting an opportunity with Lewis hurt today, and he's delivering. And if I'm right, that's your first 2 points, Eric, from the bench. First bench points of the day.
That is. At Torrance Sakano, Iguodaro before that bucket, and Elliott hadn't scored a basket for Marquette.
Iguodaro he's a promising freshman, very talented.
Oh my goodness, that is now 8 straight points for Harris since having his tooth knocked out.
And if Butler's going to make a run, they need to make a stance right now, change the momentum of the game. And Chuck Harris has been throughout the season an explosive scorer and energy guy coming off the bench.
Extra pass and a travel. Akeno shuffled the shoes before putting the ball down on the deck.
A lot of game left right here. A lot of game. You have over 9 minutes left right here. This is where, if you're a Bulldog, you're Coach Jordan, you're encouraging your team, you're directing right now, you have your leadership and your point guard, and you have to capitalize on this possession offensively. You're looking at getting the ball to Hodges for a nice drive, or for post-ups to Enzi since he has the freshman guarding.
Enzi playing with 4 fouls. This is Enzi, and he got pushed from behind. Now Butler's in the bonus. That's the good news. The bad news is they've really struggled at the free throw line. As a team, Butler is just 6 for 17 free throwing.
Well, they only shoot 61% from the free throw line, and if you want to be a good team to compete and have chances to win games, you have to shoot better than that. But right there, the execution and the patience by the team to run the play all the way through and recognize the mismatch with Enzi.
Ooh, that looks solid. Enzi now 3 for 8 at the free throw line. He has got 9 points to go along with 4 rebounds and 3 steals. 2 beautiful free throws, like a gentleman.
And you can see right here, Butler extending their defense now. Giving a little bit more resistance early in the possession, bringing the ball down the court.
Symir Torrance now into the game for Marquette. This is Kane. Parton with a touch. Shot clock is at 8. Shot clock's at 1. And that's not going to count. McEwen had it too long, and it's a shot clock violation.
And this is where Butler finds ways to wear a team down when they're in a deficit of a game, chip away, possession by possession. They do it with their collective team defense and then their execution offensively.
Enzi tried to force a pass in to Bolden, and it's knocked away.
Bolden had the advantage with the post-up. Just a bad pass by Enzi. Threw it to the inside hand where the defense was instead of the outside.
And a travel call on McEwen. McEwen's got that real herky-jerky dribble. You don't know where he's going.
He does. You say guys either have a basic ball handling where they get to the basket, or you say guys have that wiggle where they have the ball on a string. And then you have guys that have the herky-jerky. That's what McEwen definitely has. And you say, what is herky-jerky? It's like when your shoulders are moving back and forth and you're kind of like stop and go, but still dribbling the ball.
Bolden. Oh, it's a big shot. Here come the Butler Bulldogs. Single digits, only down by 9.
Using the footwork right there. Jab stepping. creating enough space to knock down that three.
And Marquette needs to call a timeout. What had been an 18-point lead has been cut to 9. How about Chuck Harris?
Nothing stopping the freshman from getting his tooth knocked out. I'm showing you my toughness. Long ball. See the three, be the three.
Butler Bulldogs trying to crawl back into this one. They're only down by 9 against Marquette. Millions of kids nationwide are without their normal access to sports and play due to COVID-19. That's why Fox Sports and Good Sports are restoring play for kids and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. Text PLAY to the number on your screen to help keep kids in the game. Historic game, Bryce Inzy going over the 1,000-point mark in his career.
Not easy to score 1,000 points. Obviously, he has a combination of points from 2 different schools, University of Milwaukee and now here at Butler. But to be able to put 1,000 points in the basket in college, that's a big accomplishment.
Theo John back on the floor for Marquette. He's playing with 4 fouls. Shot clock dips down to 5. McEwen, a lot of dribbling up high. Oh, look at the patience rewarded. Score the goal.
Coach Wojo calling a timeout, a well-needed timeout to regroup. And coming out of the timeout, a lot of pounding, like you said, Eric, but McEwen able to finish.
Catch and shoot, Bolden. Everything but down. It was a soft shot, just wouldn't fall.
That was a good look. Good find by Chuck Harris. Bolden has to keep shooting it. Don't lose the confidence.
DJ Carton, perfection personified. 6 for 6.
Hey, DJ, Mr. DJ. I see you, DJ Carton, lining it up.
15 points in 30 minutes for Carton. Lead back up to 14 for Marquette. Ball fake, Thompson, the runner.
Needed shot by the Bulldogs. Thompson with the ball fake, not known to be a three-point shooter, but got to the mid-range floater.
Carton, bounce pass, John, extra pass, Torrance. 6 minutes to play, 12-point ball game. Bolden. Not been his night.
He still has to be aggressive on open looks. He still has to at least be aggressive to make the defense have to focus on him. And he may not be making shots, but he'll give an opportunity for somebody else to make a shot.
Torrance off the window. He's fouled. He'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Now that's a reason to smile. Lead back up to 14 for the Golden Eagles. Marquette's got some breathing room once again. They lead by 14. 61-47 our score. 5:45 remaining, second half.
Well, I talked about Marquette needing bench points. They didn't have any last game. In this game, they're getting well-needed baskets. Iguodala had to finish around the basket. And you see here, Samir, spin move, putting it on the glass, and look at the emotion, shaking his shoulders off. I'm carrying this team right now, at least on that possession.
It's been close to a historic second half for Marquette. Looking at the numbers, Dickie, they have made 11 of 13 shots in the field. That translates to 84% as a team. And you go actually back to what we saw at the tail end of the first half. My goodness, they're 66% from the field as a team.
Well, Marquette is they can be an efficient scoring team. They lost to St. John's by 2 points last game, but they shot 50% from 3, 42% field goals overall, and 83% from the free throw last game. I mean, it comes down to that efficiency turning over to being efficient defensively and finishing games.
Thompson gets in the lane, throws it up with his off-hand, comes up empty. Hodges gets it back out. Catch and shoot. And Marquette the lead in the ball. Now, really, the thing that Marquette has done poorly is turn it over. They've had 16 turnovers, but besides that, a lot to like for the Golden Eagles.
If you coach Wojciechowski, you have to like their defensive effort today. I talked about their sense of urgency. That was for offense and defense, and they have accomplished that.
Wow. It looked like Kane was going to hammer that and may have lost control of it and missed the layup.
He was expecting that pass to be a little bit higher. He's basically looking at Theo John and saying, you disrespected me throwing that low. Put that up there higher.
John put it on the deck, has to pick it up. Bad pass, first man to it, Carton. DJ hasn't missed a shot. That's his first, 6 for 7 shooting the basketball. Inzi. It's a clean block, I guess. John took it away.
And this is where you have to get control of the game. I talked about this in the opening. Point guards, both point guards dictating the floor of the game and their team. Hopefully he's okay.
Timeout.
Twisted his ankle. Kind of got sped up.
We've got an injury timeout. Back in a moment. Thank you, Rob. 4:17 remaining in this one. It's a 14-point lead for Marquette, but a tough moment right before the break. DJ Carton running with the basketball, and you can see his face right there.
Yeah, whatever happened before the contact, and it looked like the knee or the ankle kind of buckled. Hopefully he is okay. Looks like he's getting retaped on the ankle.
Oh, that would be nice. Okay. Immediately, I had no idea what was going on, but the pain that he was in is scary. All right, Butler's got the basketball. They're down by 14, closing in on the 4-minute mark. Butler, not an explosive team offensively. They've got to get hot in a hurry. That man's capable of it. Chuck Harris.
Yes, he's an explosive offensive scorer, aggressive with speed and quickness. I've seen Butler be, as you see them turn up the defense, getting their hands on the ball. With their defensive intensity, I've seen them come back in games and bring it close with the same energy, aggressiveness to the basket offensively, and same energy defensively, picking up full court.
First of 2 meetings on the season between these two schools. Next game will be in Indianapolis, February 17th. Symir Torrance running the point with Carton out of the ball game. Dawson Garcia back on the floor for Marquette, playing with 4 fouls. This is Garcia. Pass intercepted, Inzi. Hodges still scoreless in our second half, stuck on 8 points. And that's a real big-time missed opportunity.
That's so tough right there. You're absolutely right. You come up with a very good defensive stop. Inzi anticipating and stealing it, getting out quick. You have to finish those, especially in transition.
Marquette is trying to burn off some clock. It's down to 3. LeCune gets it over to Garcia, but it's after the buzzer. It's a shot clock violation. And folks, we've got fantastic news. DJ Carton has gone to the scores table. He's back in the ball game.
I'm really loving the level of toughness in this game from the guards, from both teams. And I'm very happy that that was not a serious injury that was going to keep him from playing.
Oh, that's fantastic. We were thinking the worst when he went down in such incredible pain. But obviously the training staff believing that he's good to go. We've got a timeout now, 2:59 remaining in the ball game. Butler's got the basketball, but they're down by 12. This is what we're talking about with DJ Carton. It looked like before there was even contact, he just didn't want to put anything on his right leg. He wanted to keep his right leg
And it looked like on that inside-out dribble, he tweaked his ankle a little bit when he stepped on that right, when he stepped with the right. And again, so glad to see that it wasn't a serious injury. He was able to go to the sideline, get his ankle retaped. He's able to put pressure on it. He's back on the court. And again, the level of toughness of these guys in this game. And he's fighting through.
Yeah, we thought Theo John, when he turned his ankle, we thought that he was done. We thought Carton was done. Both those men coming back in. We saw Chuck Harris get walloped in the face, lost a tooth, and he stayed in the ball game. Harris the misfire, and Inzi saves it. It stays with Butler. Tate, wraparound pass, and Inzi can't handle the pass. Got it back, scoring, and he's fouled. Oh, make something out of nothing.
And what did you call it, Eric? An old-fashioned three-point play. I was going to say, they don't have to force threes. Attack the basket, be aggressive, try to get fouled. And right here, nice pass by Miles Tate. Again, Inzi using the pump fake, utilizing that pump fake around the basket to draw the foul and finish.
Now, someone's been fouled out. Both John and Garcia have 4 fouls. They both were in that mix. I haven't seen the foul yet, but if it's on John, he's done. If it's on Garcia, he's done. And apparently it's on Theo John. And officially the foul on John, his 5th, he's done. And Marquette will have to play without their senior forward.
Okay, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, there's still a lot of game left for Butler to cut into this lead. Inzi needs to make this free throw, put it under 10, and with Phil John being now fouled out, leaving the game, get a stop, push the ball, get to the paint, utilize Inzi.
All of a sudden, Inzi's free throw stroke looks like Darnell Archie. He had been really scuffling, but no longer. Pressure in the backcourt. Torrance gets it over to Carton, who's just able to cross the timeline.
They didn't come up with the steal, but nevertheless, they were able to make Marquette use time off of the shot clock.
Everything but down for Kane. Butler with a pulse, down by 9.
No need to force a 3.
Hodges attacking Garcia, who's got 4 fouls, and he scores.
You have your strongest offensive scorer attacking the paint. Excellent job.
Again, a trap in the backcourt. And a foul. Because of the bonus, Torrance will go to the line. Symir Torrance on the year is 10 for 15 at the free throw line.
Is that a shooter's? That's not a shooter's roll. That's a shooter's plop. Plopped on the back of the rim and fell in.
1 out of 2 for Torrance. Butler down 8. Tate, oh, he got his legs taken out. He'll have 3 free throws. DJ Carton couldn't get out of the way. And Carton now with 4 personal fouls.
And right here, the Golden Eagles not having good defensive team awareness, not knowing where Tate is. Nice baseline drive by Thompson. Baseline drift by Tate, but most importantly, the pump fake and the awareness to jump into DJ Carton, draw the foul on a 3-point attempt.
Miles Tate is a freshman with the wherewithal. Education major from Roebuck, South Carolina. 2 more coming. Got 1 more.
So now you're talking about the freshman. If he knocks down this free throw attempt right here, you put it in a 2-possession game with a little bit over a minute left. You're right where you want to be. Continue to turn the intensity up, full court defense. Try to make Marquette make mistakes.
Closest that Butler has been in a long time. Pressure in the backcourt. Golden Eagles going to have to hurry. All right, now into the front court. Minute and a half remaining. Both Carton and Garcia playing with 4 fouls. McEwen travel. Never put it on the deck. Marquette did bleed 25 seconds off the game clock.
McEwen right there hopped into the pass. He should have just went up straight for the shot. Instead, didn't shoot it and tried to dribble.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Tate inside. And a great contest by McEwen to force a miss. And a foul in the backcourt means we'll come the other way with free throws.
I think the Golden Eagles got a break right there on Miles Tate's drive. That was almost a foul by McEwen. You know, that could have went either way. He's attacking. McEwen played it straight up. Good no call.
Carton 2 for 3 at the line so far tonight. 76% free thrower on the season. Sophomore from Bettendorf, Iowa.
If you're Butler, you still get this in and you try to score quick. You don't settle. You don't have to force a 3.
Oh, Carton got his own miss. And he's fouled. He'll go back to the line.
But if you don't secure a free throw line, block out, rebound, you make it more difficult to have any chances of winning the game. You have to secure, box out, and go get free throw line rebounds.
Carton should feel comfortable at the line. He was there just a moment ago. Splashes the first. So the lead is back up to 11. Check that, it's up to 9. Harris, quick trigger. Oh my goodness, this kid is nails. Chuck Harris, have a second half, why don't you?
Big shot taker, big shot maker as a freshman. Just lining it up from distance. You're Marquette, you have to know he's been making threes, he's been making shots.
He's 4 out of 5 from behind the arc, 16 points in 20 minutes with a chipped tooth.
Still a 2-possession game right here.
We've got more basketball coming your way right here on FS1. It's a battle in the Big Ten. You got Michigan State against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Fran McCaffrey's bunch ranked 8th in the country. Classic rivalry in the Big Ten. Still 59.3 remaining in this one. Marquette's got the basketball, trying to hang on. Golden Eagles have led by as many as 18 here in the second half. They now lead by 6. Torrance running the baseline, looking for help. Kane. Oh, wow. And that was wonderful defense played by Butler, and Kane just able to get it to McEwen, who draws contact.
That was very good defense by Butler. Didn't want to foul right away. You want to play for the steal. You want Marquette to anticipate and think you're going to foul. They may make a turnover. Trap, and hopefully the next pass, the second pass is a steal, and if not, you have to foul them.
Neither side going great guns at the free throw line. It's an all-time rarity. Marquette's actually shooting better from the field than they are at the free throw line. They're 61% from the field and 59% at the free throw line. Thompson challenging Garcia, who's got 4 fouls. Tate. Hodges took a while, hits a three.
Nice tap out by Enzi, and nice job by Thompson to locate a shooter. Locating Hodges to be able to knock down a three. Thompson not known as a three-point shooter. Enzi taps it out, but Thompson having the ability to recognize where his shooters are and delivering it to Hodges for the knockdown three. Enzi getting a hand. If you can't get the rebound, tap it out. Offensive rebounds lead to knockdown threes. Thompson not forcing a three, knowing that's not his game, and giving it to Hodges with a good look.
What a game for Bo Hodges. Just his second game of the year. He's got a double-double, and he's 2 assists away from a triple-double. All right, just to reset, Butler, they just burned their last timeout. Marquette has 2 should need be. Both teams in the double bonus. Should we have a tie-up, the possession arrow favors Butler.
So right here, you're back to being down a 2-possession game. Actually, a 1-possession game if you hit a 3 and get fouled. But what you want to do is continue to extend your defense, full court pressure. You're playing for the steal. You're either playing for the steal or you're playing to tie the ball up on the catch. If you don't get it, you have to foul right then. Now you don't play for the second pass for the foul. You play for the steal or the tie-up as soon as the receiver catches it. And if you don't get either one of those, you foul so you can extend the game.
Having the double bonus takes some of the pressure off of Marquette. Converting 1-on-one's never easy. We talked about the losing streaks. Marquette 3 in a row, Butler 2 in a row. Trying to get off that list.
You're talking about the Big East getting 4 teams in the NCAA tournament, possible 5. And you have teams, there you go. You play for the steal, you foul right there on the spot. No, only a couple of ticks of the 10th of a second off the clock.
Foul called on Aaron Thompson. McEwen to the line.
Butler foul number 2, Aaron Thompson.
McEwen knows how to get there. These will be free throws 8 and 9 on the ball game for him.
When you're talking about putting together a NCAA resume, Butler and Marquette trying to get it going here, coming down into February and down the stretch of the Big East play, where these games count even more than ever, so you can keep building, because right now, like I was saying, 4 teams out of the Big East, but you're playing for a potential 15. Who is going to be that 15? Marquette, DePaul, Providence, St. John's is making a run right now. It's TBD for that 5th spot.
Harris has been the hot man from behind the arc. Harris lost it at the last moment. And Garcia is fouled in the backcourt. Harris upset with himself.
Yeah, frustrated, the freshman. He knows it. But I give him an A for effort. Fighting through, getting his tooth knocked out, knocking down big threes. And that move right there to the basket was aggressive. What he was supposed to do, try to score quick, just mishandled the ball. And I like the fact that he's freshman. He has passion and a competitive edge that he knows. He mishandled it. He had an opportunity to score.
Well, Marquette not running away and hiding just yet. The missed free throws keeping Butler in it. Marquette's missed 10 free throws. They're 16 of 26. Making 17 for 27. Lead is back up to 7. Hodges. And a blocking foul will send Hodges to the line.
Marquette foul 33.
And Hodges is smart right there. Garcia not being alert and getting there early. Either you get there early, take the charge, or you get out the way. You're coming in there. You're coming in not knowing. You're in the, like, in between right there. You're not taking the charge. You're not trying to block the shot. Hodges, a veteran college player, knows how to play and draws the foul.
Garcia joins Theo John in fouling out. Remember, Justin Lewis not playing today because of an ankle, so the top 3 bigs for Marquette unavailable for the remainder of this one. Should we go to overtime, we've got an issue for Marquette.
Now, if this game gets to overtime or you end up losing the game because of these types of fouls and possessions at the end, you're going to really be upset with yourself.
5-point game. And a change as Miles Wilmoth comes into the game to pressure the ball. He replaces Bolden.
And we're at a two-possession game again with 23 seconds.
McEwen just waiting to get fouled. And he's tied up. Oh, Butler ball.
Two-possession game. Extend your pressure. Play for the foul or tying up the ball because the possession arrow's in your favor. They tied up. They have the ball 20 seconds. Pressure, trapping it. McEwen expecting to get fouled. And Chuck Harris doing the right thing, grabbing the ball, tying it up.
All right, Butler down 5, 20.6 remaining. Butler, no timeouts remaining. Harris to trigger the inbound. Bolden. Got it! Oh, it's a two-point game. Who would have thunk? And what do we have? A whistle and a timeout.
And this is why I said when Bolden was missing threes, you stay confident. The opportunity will always come there. At least you make the defense aware and you make plays for your teammates, but you stay confident, and he stayed confident. Veteran shooter. Nice screen, nice play, and the freshman delivering it right on the dime.
We've got a ball game, folks. Butler left for dead on the side of the road. They were down by 18 points at the 12:07 mark of our second half. They have come storming back because they simply refuse to go away. They're playing all 40 minutes, and now Marquette is in panic mode.
Classic Butler basketball of lately, coming back in games, just chipping away at the lead. One possession game, 18 seconds. Now Marquette takes it out on the baseline. They can't move. I was watching the Washington Wizards game the other day. 6 points in 4 seconds to beat the Brooklyn Nets. Right here, anything can happen, and the game is never over, and now we're at a one-possession game. Butler down 2, 18 seconds. Same thing, play for the steal, and if you can't get it, foul right away.
Marquette shooting 61% as a team, and they can't get any separation from Butler. Trouble. Inbounded to McEwen. And a foul. This time McEwen is fouled, and he'll come the other way and shoot 2 freebies.
And I apologize. I said they couldn't move on the baseline, but it was a made shot. They called a timeout. They still had the ability to go side to side on the baseline to get the ball in. Crucial 2 free throws right here for McEwen.
McEwen, the senior, 7 for 9 at the free throw line.
You see Coach Jordan right now using this time at the free throw line as kind of his timeout, since they don't have many timeouts, telling his graduate senior what they need to do.
Ooh. So the best that Marquette can do is go up by 3.
One possession game right here, made or miss. No timeouts, Butler.
3-point game. Butler doesn't have a timeout.
I say you still attack right away quick, but if you don't, you find a three-point shooter.
Knocked out of bounds by DJ Carton. 8.4 remaining.
Okay, now you think about going for the 3. This is where you practice. At the end of your practices, you work on these type of plays, especially when you don't have timeouts. You get the repetition in so you know what to do.
8.4. Length brought in. Iguodaro to challenge this inbound pass by Harris.
Good substitution by Coach Wojo, using the length of Iguodaro on the inbounder to make this pass difficult.
Harris needs help. He's got Bolden. Bolden leaves it for Harris. Someone's going to have to fire. It's Bolden, and it goes begging. And that's the ball game. Oh, Marquette, they hang on by the skin of the chinny chin chin.
Miscommunication by Marquette defensively, leaving Bolden open. You couldn't ask for a better look for the tying shot by one of your best shooters or the best shooter on your team. Miscommunication, wide open look. I give Bolden 10 of those shots, and I got him making 9 out of 10. He just happens to miss the one that was badly needed.
Heck of a ball game. The Marquette Golden Eagles, desperate for a win, have their 3-game losing streak come to an end, and they win by 3. 70-67 your final score. Marquette defeats the Butler Bulldogs. Heck of a ball game. Thanks for watching, everybody. From my partner, Dickie Simpkins, I'm Eric Collins. Now we get you out to Michigan State and the Iowa Hawkeyes.